Hey guys, welcome back to more political chatter. This 2024 election prediction is between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump. Now, this would be a very interesting matchup, saying that Eric Trump is the son of former President Donald Trump, and it would kind of be like a George Bush and George W. Bush and John Adams and John Quincy Adams kind of little scenario there. But, Eric Trump, I really see him turning out the Trumpian support. He will support the same policies as him. And I definitely see Eric Trump, out of the Trump sons, being the most politically ambitious. I really could see him running in the future, not necessarily 2024, but when Donald Trump is not able to run again, or, when he's not physically fit to run again, or if he's dead by then, I really could see Eric Trump, leading the Republican ticket. So I do think that, again, like I said, he would turn out the Trumpian Republicans. I think that they would be pretty excited about him. Sure, it's not Donald Trump, but hey, it's his son. He has the Trump last name, frankly. So, let's get into it. California, Hawaii, Washington, Illinois, Maryland, Delaware, New York, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine's first are all the solid states, and D.C., are all the really, really solid states for the Democratic Party. These are the states that don't flip, or don't flip into the likely column, with the exception of Delaware. It wasn't likely for Hillary Clinton in 2016, but this is President Biden's home state, so he will do very much better, as he showed in 2020. He would do he would do better here than Hillary Clinton. I think that Oregon, New Jersey, not Connecticut, and we'll get to that, but I do think that Oregon and New Jersey really will be likely for Biden at this point in time. Eric Trump will turn out Republicans. We have to remember that. A lot of Democrats might not take Eric Trump very seriously because, he is the son of a former president who is much hated, and that, it's just kind of funny to think about it, actually running for the presidency. But, really, Eric Trump will turn out Republican votes. He will be just fine for the Republican Party. He will be a strong candidate whatsoever. So I do think that Oregon and New Jersey would be likely as they were in 2016. Connecticut, not so much. I don't see liberal. In New England, there's a lot of liberal Republicans. I shouldn't say there's a lot, but more than across the country. And I don't see liberal Republicans backing Eric Trump that much. So I do think Connecticut would narrowly be safe for the president. Moving on. I think that Eric Trump would win Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana solidly. I think he would win West Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee solidly. Alabama and Mississippi would be solid. Louisiana, Arkansas, and Missouri would be solid. Kansas would be solid. North and South Dakota would be solid. Nebraska at large would be solid. 2 electoral votes there, and I think that Nebraska's 1st district and Nebraska's 3rd district would be solid. I also think that Kansas would be solid. So these are the solid states for the Republican Party. The ones, like on the Democratic side, these are the ones that aren't flipping. They're here to stay for the Republican Party, and no, Nebraska's 1st district and Kansas will not be likely. I do not think so, as they were in 2020. I think they will flip back into the solid column, simply because Biden is unpopular. Not anything special about Eric Trump, but because Biden is unpopular. Moving on. Indiana will also be solid. Sorry about that. I would say with Biden's unpopularity, I think it would be close, but I do think that he'd win it. Iowa and Ohio are 2 states that I don't think Eric Trump will do as well in as his father did in 2020. Remember, these 2 states shifted very little to the left in 2020 with Trump as the nominee. They liked Trump a lot, and I really could see them backing Eric Trump's policy, his policies across the board. But I don't know, parents. Suburban parents. A lot of them in Iowa and Ohio. I don't know. They're gonna be the people who won't take Eric Trump as much, as seriously as other people. I don't know. I just don't see them connecting with Eric Trump very much. A lot of people just see him as the, rich boy from New York, right? I don't think Eric Trump will have much trouble winning Maine's second district. I think that he would win there. And then Biden will hang on to Maine at large, which won in 2020 by 9.1%. Moving on. Virginia really is a state that I think would stay likely for the president. Like Connecticut, it's a state where many of the Republicans are pretty liberal or pretty moderate, I should say. And I don't see them really accepting Donald Trump, and they did not in 2016 or 2020. I mean, compared to other states, it's a shock that Virginia stayed likely for Hillary Clinton in 2016. It really is. Seeing all the shifts nationwide, it really is amazing. So, and then in 2020, they completely rejected Trump. So I think that they would do the same with many will see as an even less serious candidate than Trump was in 2016. And that is Eric Trump. Alright, next up, let's go down to South Carolina and Alaska. These two states are going to stay likely for the Republican Party. We're not going to see a shift here. They're around the 10% mark. I'm sorry. That's my Alexa. Sorry, I got scared there. Anyway, I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, these two states are around the 10% mark. I don't think we're going to see them, change at all. Well, they're not going to become lean and they're not going to become safe. I think these two states will be likely. Sorry, that Alexa thing threw me off track, but I'll try to get back on track. Texas, I think, would stay likely. I mean, this is a state I don't see them going for Eric Trump very much. I really don't see it. There will be those Trumpian Republicans who turn out for them, but like moderates and independents, they're not going to like Trump very much. They're going to turn out for him, but they're not going to be all crazy about Trump. A lot of independents will not. They're not going to be, oh well, Eric Trump is so cool, as they were in 2016. So Texas, I do think that with Biden's unpopularity, Eric Trump will win by likely margin. But I don't see Eric Trump doing any much better than his father did in 2020. New Mexico and Colorado. The same thing as I was saying for Texas. I'm sorry. I think these states will be likely. I don't see them going for Eric Trump. I really don't. Now Arizona, on the other hand, I will give to Eric Trump, but by lean margin, simply because of Biden's unpopularity. There will be a lot of Democrats, who stay home simply because Biden is unpopular, and Arizona is definitely one of those states that could go either way. It's very swing with Biden's unpopularity. I think that Republicans will turn out for Eric Trump, and really that's all he needs to carry the state. I think that he would be able to carry it. Now, Nevada, I do think would be tilt either way. Again, there will be a lot of people who don't back Eric Trump that much, but I do think that with Biden's unpopularity and Eric Trump being the son of Donald Trump, I think that he will turn out enough people to tilt the state to him. And the thing is just Biden won't be able to turn out enough people, and Eric Trump, I do think, could turn out enough people, even in a state like Nevada, which would be a flip from 2020. Nevada's second, I think, would go tilt for Eric Trump. Just for the same reasons as Nevada. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, going down, let's do Minnesota. No, let's do New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a state that I do think would stay in the Biden column, probably by a lean margin. It's another one of these states where Biden won't be able to turn out all the votes that he did in 2020, and that will make it a lean margin. But I don't see Eric Trump turning out enough people to shift it into his column. I really don't. There's not enough people who will be that into Eric Trump to tilt the state. Biden needs to be really unpopular for that to happen, and he's at the 43% mark. In my opinion, that's not enough. I think New Hampshire would stay lean Biden. Now going to Minnesota, for the same reasons. They're not going to like Eric Trump very much. I see it staying lean Biden. Hillary won it by a lean margin in 2016, 1.5%. I could see it being a bit more. Just a lot of people, especially in a more democratic state like Minnesota, less people are going to take Eric Trump seriously. Alright, moving on. Let's go to the South finally. Florida, this is a state that's become more Republican. No doubt in my mind that it's going to Biden. This is a very Trumpian state when it comes to Republicans, and I really see them liking how Eric Trump has that Trump name, is the son of Donald Trump. Georgia and North Carolina, same thing. Biden, I do think it would turn out like this. There's a lot of Trump and Republicans, and a lot of Democrats will stay home in the South. I don't see Eric Trump having much trouble down here. I think that he will be able to carry it. Alright, so Eric Trump needs at least one Rust Belt state to win. Wisconsin, I definitely see going to him. I mean, Biden is real unpopular in these swing states in the Rust Belt. A lot of people feel like he hasn't served them, even though they did bring him to victory in the 2020 election. I do think that Wisconsin would go lean Trump. I mean, probably just because of Biden's unpopularity. I do think that Michigan would go to Eric Trump by till margin. I think this will be a very close race, and I think that Pennsylvania, probably by a tilt margin also, I would say would go to Eric Trump. I think Wisconsin would not be tilt. I mean, just Biden. Biden is so unpopular. He's so unpopular. I don't see it right now. Michigan and Pennsylvania, they're going to tilt, but because a lot of people won't take Eric Trump seriously. So Eric Trump wins with 313 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 225. Please subscribe. I haven't gotten a subscription in like a week. Someone, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.